Just the way you drew it up?
Honestly, it doesn't necessarily matter too much how you drew it up, as long as you get this feeling at the end, because that's pretty special.
Tim, you looked a lot more comfortable out there today. I know they've made some adjustments in the offense and everything. Did it seem like everything was more your style today?
I think more than anything, it's just experience. One, in practice, being able to rep with, first team offense, one more week, and have the opportunity to work with Coach McCoy and Coach Goose, or Adam Gase, call him Goose, one more week, and just listening to them and being able to continually work on what I need to work on.
Tim, the kind of feeling among us in the media was you would have to play better or else type of thing. That was kind of the temperature of the week. Did you feel that challenge? I know you don't pay attention to what we say or write, but did you sense that you were challenged?
Honestly, I just put that pressure on myself more than anybody else to try to get better and to try to improve and ultimately find a way to get a victory, no matter how it looks. And, today it was a special one.
Did you sense that your job was in trouble if you didn't perform today?
You know what? I go to work the same every day. I'm going to have a great attitude, and I'm working extremely hard. Whatever they ask me to do, I'm going to do it with all my heart.
Is that option thing that you had going with Willis today, you either keep it, you have the option on many of those to either keep it or hand it off?
Yes, sir.
And was that a lot like what you did in college at Florida?
Some of it was similar. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did you think of that? We don't see that in the pro game too much.
No, it was pretty effective today, though. And, I think it was you got to tip your hat to Coach McCoy and Coach Gase, for designing a great game plan and executing it, and sticking with it for 4 quarters.
It looked like on the sidelines that you guys were having a quarterback camp. I mean, you were all gathered around Kyle and Brady and you and McCoy. And, I mean, was that an ongoing evolution during the course of the game of what you were doing, or just trying to figure out what was going on best? Because you were doing it almost every time.
Well, it felt like every time we came back, we were looking at what they did, what we did, and seeing how, if there's anything we needed to implement or, what we could do or what you need to go to next. And, those guys are great with helping out as well. And, the coaches are great as far as communicating and then communicating to me and, getting everybody's thoughts and then coming up with a plan for the next series.
At one point in the first half, I think at one point you were 2 for 11 in one stretch passing. Were you getting nervous, or were you getting, thinking it's not working out, or what was your...
No, not really. That's probably more than anything. Just want to get a drive together and, get back in this thing. So.
How about, it's been a lot of doom and gloom around the team, and now you're 1 game out. You're 3-5, and the other 3 teams are 4-4. Can you speak to that?
Well, we knew this game was big coming in, and if we won, it would really help. And so we got another big one next week, and we got to go prepare and compete hard all week in practice and get better, to have a chance at winning next week. But we just got to take it one day at a time, one game at a time. And I know it sounds cliche, but that's how you have to approach it. And especially when things aren't their best, it's got to be one day at a time. You focus on the little things, make little goals, and constantly get better every day.
And do you think because your style is so unconventional that your guys are still in a period of adjustment to that, figuring out what you can do and how to exploit that?
I think our coaches and teammates understand strengths and weaknesses just like any player has, and I think it's our goal just to be able to put together the best game plan against what the defense has and what they're doing and execute as best we can for 4 quarters.
Is there a sense of relief? The last touchdown, it came all rather quickly. Willis, then Eddie, and then Willis again, and it looked like you got a size out of it, and you smiled.
After the last touchdown?
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, I was thanking my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and then I was trying to go celebrate with everybody because, it's special. It's not necessarily easy to try to have, drives where you can put games away, and, to be able to do that and be part of it was special. So, to be able to, go celebrate with the line afterwards, but I had to take a minute there and, give thanks.
You didn't go down on your knees.
I do that more like beginning of the game than halftime.
Yeah, that 32-yard run you had, you took right before your first touchdown.
Which one was that?
Okay, it's an option first quarter, 32-yard run. You're right at the sideline. Huff is coming up to take you out.
Oh, yeah, left sideline.
Left sideline. You don't go out of bounds there. That's the quarterback deal.
I was trying to be smart most of the game, and I didn't know how close the guy that was trailing me or who was trailing me, to determine how fast they were. So, if I had known that, I would have tried to cut back on it. But it's just seeing how he was going to play it, if he was going to slow play me or if he was going to come up fast and, try to take out my knees. And, it's what we kind of got the last few weeks, and so seeing how he's going to play it, and he kind of slow played me to the sidelines, and thinking maybe I could get a stiff arm and spin back in, but I wasn't necessarily trying. I was trying to avoid a big hit if possible, but still see what I could do.
What are you pleased with the most in terms of improvement this week for yourself?
What was I?
Yeah, what are you pleased with the most?
Well, I just think, just trying to get a little bit better every day at, a lot of different things, but mainly just managing the offense, being patient, taking what they give me. I think we did a good job today of taking some underneath stuff and hitting some quick passes, especially early in the third quarter to get us going, and then, consistently sticking with the running game. And I think we did it, Coach McCoy and Coach Gase did a great job of mixing it up as well.
How significant was it for you to come out in the third quarter and when you're down and hit a couple passes right away?
Well, that's huge, to get that momentum going. And, I always talk about it, but I really believe in it. I think it's huge. Once you get the momentum on your side, I think it's a huge advantage. And no matter who you are, I think it's a lot tougher to be stopped when you got that move going with you than against you.
Was there somebody you were keying on the option when you made your decision? Because those were inside handoffs for the most part. I mean, was there a player or a situation?
Depending on exactly what play we were running and what defense they had, we were pretty much usually reading somebody and seeing how they played us, just so we could, kind of be +1 in the run game. If you have the ability to read one, then you don't have to put someone on them, so you're +1 in the run game, and that helps.
So what does it mean to beat the Raiders? I know the Broncos, obviously, the Raiders have a pretty storied rivalry. For you to beat them for the first time in your career?
Well, yeah, I know it's a big rivalry. More than anything, it's a big division game, and it's a big win for us to get back on track. And, that's a very good football team, a very physical football team, and it's special, to get a win.
When did your lip? When did that happen?
I don't know, honestly. Sometime in the first half.
Anything else from Tim, guys?
Are you used to hearing silence after, or not so much cheering after you guys scored? It was kind of a one-sided crowd, I guess.
Yeah, the Raiders fans, they're definitely very passionate, and they support their team, which I think is awesome. And it's a lot of fun to go into hostile stadiums, and that's always been a lot of fun for me. So I enjoyed it, and it was fun.
That's one, Woody. Your first start here was a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Feelings from then to now today, obviously.
Well, obviously, at the end of the game is feeling a lot better after a win. But I feel that I'm just thankful for the opportunity, to be able to start and go out there and play for a great organization, and to be able to get a big win means a lot, and especially against a good Oakland Raiders team. And I feel from that point last year to this point now, I feel like there's been a lot of improvement, and just want to continue it every day.